With the 2019 Algolympics getting started with one of the brand new events, we now get back to one of the classic favorites. Even though it may be simple and isn't really a test of the marble's speed or strength, the long jump is an excellent test of our team's athleticism and agility, which you can expect to be on full display today. This is Professor CC19, and welcome to Event 2 of the 2019 Summer Marble Algolympics, the long jump. And just as I said in the intro to this event last year, it is an event with both simplicity and merit in these games. Last year's event number 5, this year's event number 2. It is a single running event where the teams try to, very straightforwardly, jump as far as possible on this course. It is not about speed, it is about agility, angle, timing, and accuracy. And here, first to run the course this year, is Conqueror, the team captain of the Crimson Crusaders. Just a little update when it comes to the graphics here. If you see the letter C in parentheses underneath the name of a runner, it means it is the team captain of the team they are running for. The first out of 16 teams to go, they did pretty well last year. We'll see how they do today. In 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, Event 2 is now underway. Conqueror making his way to the opening, and it looks like he's getting a great hit. It is a high angle. Crimson Crusaders in the past have been known to go very high, and it looks to be just past their jump from last year. We're going to zoom in here, looking at the mark. Once again, a recap of the scoring here. It goes based on the deepest imprint, the V marking, the little point right there. And if it's really close, we zoom in even further to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just a little bit past 5, closer to 6. So that jump winds up being an 83.9, just about a meter better than Crimson Crusaders did last year. They earned top half in last year's games. We'll see how well this holds up with our next team to go. Our next team to go is now in the starting gates, and it is Yellowfellas with their back marble Felly. In last year's games, with their second in the lineup fellow, Yellowfellas finished last in the long jump. So today they're looking for a bit of redemption. We'll see how they do. In last year's games, fellow made the mistake of going for speed, and that really sacrificed their angle and accuracy. In this case, Yellowfellas, actually it's not really going to be redemptive at all. They did not go for speed, they went a little bit more so for angle, but they did not get a great hit. They definitely surpassed their mark from last year. They were in the 20s last year. But here, this would not have been much better, and it really isn't. A jump of 46.0 meters. That puts them currently in second, but I do expect them to earn much lower than that. Now we're going to move on to our third runners. Third to go now, one of the rookie teams, one of the teams that got off to a very good start in these games, the Mystic Twisters, finishing in 4th, doing pretty well in the very first event for their very first performance in the Algolympics. They're running with their team captain Midnight. We'll see how they do with their very first Algolympic jump. Alright, heading towards the hole at a very high rate of speed. However, they're jumping over the hole. Not going for speed, they're going for the timing. And it looks like they're getting it. You see that twisting effect of the tracer. Is it going to be passed? Yes, it is. Mystic Twisters have taken the lead. It is not past 100. It's not past 90 even. But you see the deepest imprint here. The two tracers are smaller than the regular-sized tracers of everyone else running. So that does make it fair. So we see here 87. One of the tracers went here, but the deeper imprint was the further one. That is good news for them. It winds up being an 87.4, which is good enough for the overall standings lead. Next up to go is Jack's Jokers. We'll see what they can do. Maybe past the 90 mark like they did in qualifying. If so, they would take the lead. Alright, Parody, the third in the lineup for Jack's Jokers, is in the starting gates. The fourth runner to go, that means we are marking the 1/4 mark in our runners. We'll see if they can match their qualifying performance, and maybe best that jump of 87.4 by Mystic Twisters. In the qualifiers, Mystic Twisters placed better than Jack's Jokers. Mystic Twisters actually performed higher than 100 with a jump of 115.2 in the qualifiers. Here, Jack's Jokers goes quick, a bad angle, but a great hit. An unusual combination. Fairly fast through that section. An angle a little bit further right than they would have liked, but they did get an excellent hit off the spinner. So it is currently in third. Not a bad jump, just not up to par of some of the other teams. Not as far as their jump last year either. It is 70.4. So Mystic Twisters are going to hold the lead as we go to our fifth team in the running. Fifth to go is Sidestream, the back marble of the Strawberry Streamers. They started off this year in 13th place, which is actually the highest rank they have ever been in. So a good performance here could push them up even further and be a huge boost to their momentum. And their morale. They performed very well in this year's qualifiers. In contrast to how they did last year, we'll see if they can perform better in the long jump. What is that? Strawberry Streamers, I have no idea what they just did. Strawberry Streamers, it looks like they got a double hit. That is a first in the Algolympics. The team does not get a strong enough hit to even clear the spinner. That wound up being a double hit, and that is bad news for Strawberry Streamers because that is going to put them in last place. With a jump of 29.6, it would have beaten Yellowfellas last year, but I'm not sure if it's going to be able to beat anybody today. They are currently in 5th out of 5. As we move on to our 6th runners, we're nearing the halfway point. 6th runner in the starting gates now. Nearing the halfway point in this event, I really should say. Still got a long way to go in these games. And if any team I would expect to do well here, it is last year's champions, the Fireballs, with their second in the lineup, Flame. However, they started this year's games in 8th place, which is mid-pack. With their third in the lineup, we'll see if they can make any improvements here. Last year, they also scored mid-pack in this event, finishing in 9th with their back marble Bomber. Alright, nearing the hole is not about speed. Looks like they understand that. It is a very high angle, but it's coming down too sharp. It's going to be short of Jack's Jokers. Alright, Fireball's not able to improve upon their performance from last year. In fact, this is going to be really close, but this actually might be a difference of 0.2 of a meter. We'll see here. It looks to be just a hair deeper on the back end. That is a jump of 65 flat for the Fireballs. It looks like it's going to be another mid-pack performance. It's not going to help them in the overall standings. In this individual event, it is several meters short of what they did last year. Now we go to our 7th team to go. Of all the teams looking for a good finish in a very unusual situation, it would be our 7th runners, Team Transparent. Automatically qualified from last year to finish last place in the first event this year with their back marble T-Blue. Now they have T-Yellow running in an event that T-Green scored second to last in 2018. So things aren't looking very good for Team Transparent right now. However, it is a completely different team member. Maybe it is T-Yellow that is the more agile member of the team and can score better for them. They need something spectacular. Look! I say it's not about speed, but maybe it is. This is the fastest jump I've ever seen. Diving right through the hole, and it's going to be a jump past 100 to take the lead. Maybe I should retract that statement about it's not about speed. It really isn't, but in the case of T-Yellow, it was good speed, but good angle, and a great hit. All in combination for a jump of 109.8, which is our first jump past 100. And Team Transparent, who finished 15th in this event last year, are going to take the provisional lead as we have 9 teams left to go. Our next runners will mark the exact halfway point in this event. But man, what a turn of events for Team Transparent. Congratulations to T-Yellow. Well, next up, and to mark the halfway point in this event, is a team that we are really expecting to do well. Spearmint of the Mintergreens. Last year's championship runners-up, missing the championship by a single point, and the current record holders in this event, the farthest jump ever, the gold medal last year, 127.8. However, one thing to consider here, they haven't run this course, at least in a video, for a year. They were not in the qualifiers. They qualified automatically from last year. So, apart from training, they haven't seen this course. We'll see if they can have repeat success, at least for Spearmint, in 3, 2, 1, go. Normally, I do not do a countdown for teams in the middle of the lineup, but I did here because there's a lot of pressure, and this is a shocker. The second team in a row going for speed, only this time it's not going to work. Mintergreens are in the bottom half. Actually, third from the end right now. I'm not entirely sure how to read this. It looks like this is pretty even. I'm going to have to draw a line here to see which of these two marks is lower. And it appears that the back mark is lower. So Mintergreens, that is going to wind up being a 59.5. And a huge shocker, the team that set the record and got gold last year is going to be in the bottom half, is provisionally, which means they probably are going to finish lower. And halfway through here, the lead is going to Team Yellow of Team Transparent. We got 8 runners left. The pressure might have gotten to Spearmint at the Mintergreens. We'll have to see how this position holds with the second half of our runners. Beginning the second half is Duke of the Azure Royals. Third in the lineup this year was the back marble last year, and same marble to run this event in Event 5 last year. They earned a top half performance in 5th place, so they did pretty well. We'll see if they could break 100 here, maybe take the lead. Azure Royals have been known in the past for earning medals, a lot of them. They currently have more medals than any other team in the Algolympics. We'll see if they can add to their total here. Bishop got 6th in event number 1. Not on the podium, but it was a good start. Duke working his way through. It's a great hit. Oh, but the angle, it's falling a little bit sooner than they wanted it to. It's going to be good enough for second. They bested their jump from last year. That's 90.7, which is a very good jump. Good enough provisionally for second place. The Azure Royals, at the moment, are going to be on the bubble of getting a medal. We have 7 more teams to go. Some good performers in this event from last year. We'll see. We'll have to see how this holds up. Well, consistency is key to success in the Algolympics, and even though Azure Royals may not get a medal in their first 2 events, they do have top half performances guaranteed so far. Now, one thing I do want to correct before Wisteria of the Ultraviolets run is that Azure Royals finished with a jump of 90.6 meters, not 90.7. I looked at that just a little bit off a moment ago. I apologize for that. Now we get into our 10th runner. It is the back marble Wisteria of the Ultraviolets. Finished in the bottom half of this event last year. Did not do very well in this event in qualifying this year either. However, that was 2 completely different marbles. Wisteria is a very strong member of the Ultraviolets, has been in the training and the run-up to this season. We'll see how well she does in this event. Alright, streaming down towards the bottom. Not going particularly fast, but that is a great hit! I might have called it here. I've watched the training sessions, and Wisteria has been very good at the long jump, and it pays off here. Not quite to the record, but Wisteria of the Ultraviolets has taken the lead. A jump of 121.9. That is excellent. Would have been good enough for second last year, very close to the Algolympics record, and I do think that's going to hold up very well with only 6 runners left. Now we're going to move on to the next runner in the lineup. Alright, team number 11 is in the starting gates. It is our gold medalists in our very first event, Team Neon. This time, instead of their team captain, they're running with their back marble N. But they're looking to keep up quite a bit of success in the long jump. Last year earned bronze with a jump of 111, which at this point would be good enough for silver. And in the qualifiers, performed best out of any team that participated in the qualifiers with a jump of 120. So, in particular, N was the marble that did score 120. They're looking to keep their streak alive in the event where it counts the most. We'll see how they do. Alright, a nice hard bounce there, rebounding off the back wall. Mark to beat was set earlier by Ultraviolets at 121.9. It's not going to happen. This actually might be a tie. Team Neon actually might be tying here. The streak is not going to be kept alive. But, it looks to be 64.9. You can see the V just beneath the mark of the fireballs. So Team Neon is not going to be happy with this. After scoring a jump of 120 in the qualifiers with N, 64.9 is not what they'd hoped for. And now we only have 5 more teams to go, so it's looking at better and better as we go along for teams like Team Transparent and Ultraviolets, who are past 100. And last year, 100 was the cutoff. Anyone past 100 earned a medal. Anyone short of 100 came up short. So we'll see if it's the same this year. Right now we only have 2 teams who have broken 100. Of those that haven't, Azure Royals are currently sitting in 3rd. Here, though, disappointment for Team Neon. They are going to be in the bottom half. We are about 3/4 through our running teams, and hitting the 3/4 mark will be our 12th team to go, Gold Globes. The other rookie team that qualified this year had immense success in the preseason. Unfortunately, they finished 15th, only earning 1 point in our first event. Now, I'm not going to make any presumptions about what Gold Globes will do here, because I have been proven wrong on pretty much every presumption I've made of the teams running, with the exception of Ultraviolets, who did well. But some shockers here early on. Wintergreens and Team Neon not doing well. Only the Icers are yet to run of the teams that were in the top 3 last year, so maybe a bit of a reversal of fortunes. Here we have Gold Globes about to run, and it looks like they may be going for a bit of speed. They had 1 bounce, and then they hit the course, but they're past 100 and into 2nd place. That is an excellent jump, 116.2 for the Gold Globes, and they're second in the lineup, Glimmer. Well, that is what they were looking for in the first event. As I say, a reversal of fortune from some of the teams from last year, an immediate reversal of fortune from Event 1 to Event 2. The success has started for Gold Globes. Glimmer, definitely an agile member of their team. They're currently sitting in 2nd, which pushes Azure Royals off the podium. We got 4 teams left to go, and next up, I believe, is Black Knights. We're getting down to our final few runners, and indeed it is Black Knights running 13th, with their 3rd in the lineup, Gloomy. Now, Gloomy performed in the long jump in Group A qualifiers and scored the best jump of anyone with a jump past 100. However, the jump they made, even though past 100 at this point, would be good enough for 4th place. Coming off a silver medal in Event 1 with their team captain Dark, we'll see if Black Knights can keep their success going. They performed in the top half in this event last year. But we have seen changes, stark contrast from some of the teams that did well last year coming into this year. It looks to be pretty good for Black Knights. It looks like it might just pass Crimson Crusaders, and it will. Not quite up to Mystic Twisters, though. It is better than their jump from last year. It is 86 even. Alright, so Black Knights not able to upset any of our top 3 teams. And unless Icers, or silver medalists from last year, can beat Ultraviolets on this next jump, then Ultraviolets are going to be guaranteed a medal in the long jump. Alright, jump 14 of 16. The team captain, Frost of the Icers, last year scored an amazing jump of 115.7. It was good enough for silver. In the qualifiers, they were just past 90. A lot of teams bunching up near the 90 point. 3 teams just short, Azure Royals just passed. We'll see if Icers can upset any of the top 3, maybe challenge for the podium 2 years in a row. If they can, it's definitely going to be a boost to them. They scored 14th place in the first event. Rock climbing it was not to their liking very much, with their second marble in the lineup, Chill. And in this case, the reversal of fortunes is going to continue. It is a good jump, but it is their worst in team history for the Icers. 73.5. They are definitely not going to be on the podium. They will be... Actually, if I look forward here, they are just barely going to be in the top half unless one of the final 2 running teams can beat this jump. But 73.5 for the Icers puts them provisionally into 8th, and Ultraviolets are guaranteed a medal in our second event. Next up, the second to last runner, the Grayscales. Alright, Art, the third in the lineup for the Grayscales in the starting chamber, the second to last team to run the course. And this jump is going to be very important to the Gold Globes, because if Art of the Grayscales does not pass them, Gold Globes will also be guaranteed a medal. And same for Ultraviolets, they will be guaranteed silver if Grayscales do not take the lead here. They got off to a mid-pack start in 7th in event number 1. It is a quick start here. It is a jump all about speed. Look at the height. That is an impressive high jump, but is coming up just short of the top 3. Ultraviolets are guaranteed silver. Gold Globes are guaranteed at least bronze. And that's a big sigh of relief breathed by Team Transparent and T-Yellow. Grayscale is going to come up in 4th with 107.9. Last year they were in the bottom 3, I believe, in this event, so this is a big change for the Grayscales. Art definitely better than Deco in the long jump. Now, we only have 1 runner left to try and upset any of our top 3, and it is on the money of the O-Raiders. It's time for our final run of the day. The last runner in the long jump is the third in the lineup for the O-Raiders, the bright orange team running with On the Money. Last year they ran with their team captain On Target, who scored 10th with a jump of 66. If they do that here, it is going to earn them, once again, bottom half. If they want to get into the top half, they need to surpass Crimson Crusaders' 83.7, I believe. 3, 2, 1, go. I traditionally do the countdown for the first and last runners. I did it for the Mintergreens. It may have been a mistake, because the pressure did get to them. Here we go. Oh, Raiders. They're making their jump. They're not going to get into the top half, but they are going to beat Mintergreens. Actually, that's going to be worse than last year. That is going to be a shocking 60.8. Actually, no, 60.7 for, that V point pointing down. So 60.7, that is going to be, I believe, 13th for the O-Raiders. Is going to push Mintergreens back into the bottom 3. But that is going to give us our final results. Ultraviolets are your gold medalists in event number 2, the long jump. Gold Globes beating out Mystic Twisters, who came so close in the first event to become the very first rookie team to score a medal. And Team Transparent coming back well, finishing last place in event 1. They're going to earn bronze in event number 2. If we look back at the overall standings, we have our results. Strawberry Streamer, 16th. Yellowfellows, 1 spot better than last year, 15th. Mintergreens, shockingly, in 14th. O-Raiders, 13th, also a big surprise, coming from Event 1's bronze medalists. Team Neon in 12th, another big surprise. Same for Fireballs in 11th. Jack's Jokers in 10th. Icers losing out on that top half. They are back in 9th. Crimson Crusaders past 80, so 80 seemed to be the cutoff for most of these teams to sneak into the top half. Crimson Crusaders 8th, Black Knights 7th, Mystic Twisters fairly consistent so far in 6th, same for the Azure Royals in 5th, then past 100. This year we had 4 teams break 100. Grayscales missing the podium, 107.9 in 4th, Team Transparent bronze, Gold Globe silver, and no new record this year, but Ultraviolets, well done to them, with a 121.9. That is the best jump of this year. We're going to show you the overall standings, and we're going to award the teams their medals for Event 2. Here is a quick look at the event standings and the number of points received. And congratulations to Wisteria, the back marble of the Ultraviolets, for earning them their very first gold medal as a team. Same thing for Team Neon in Event 1 goes to Ultraviolets here. We have some unusual teams that finished way in the bottom half last year, getting off to a great start in this year's games. While the rookie team Gold Globes, who everybody expected to do well, is now starting to succeed in the main games, getting their very first medal, a silver, in just their second event, and Team Transparent rebounding nicely after a poor performance in Event 1 to earn the bronze. Then we have Grayscales, Azure Royals, and Mystic Twisters, Black Knights, and Crimson Crusaders rounding out the top half. Icers improving from 14th up to 9th in this event, earning 7 points. Jackjokers and Fireballs close behind. Team Neon and Fireballs nearly tied. It was down to 1/10 of a meter, which was the closest margin we've ever seen in this event. The Fireballs just won out there. Disappointment once again for Team Neon and Raiders, Mintergreens, Yellow Fellas, and Strawberry Streamers especially. The curse of the Strawberry Streamers lives on. They're going to have to break it in the next event to get out of last place. And speaking of the standings, that's where we're going to look at the overall standings right now. And here are the overall standings. Ultraviolets leading for the very first time in their history as a team with 31 points, now 2 clear of a tie between Team Neon and Black Knights at 29. But as a reminder, the team with the higher medal, so gold compared to silver, gets the position. So Team Neon is technically in second over Black Knights third. The two rookie teams together in the top half, Mystic Twisters in fourth, 1 point ahead of Gold Globes in fifth. Grayscales and Azure Royals tied in sixth. Crimson Crusaders staying in the top half. Raiders sinking to the bottom half. Team Transparent jumping up 6 spots. Fireballs and Jack's Jokers also tied. Then Icers, Mintergreens, Yellow Fellas, and Strawberry Streamers in our bottom 4. Once again, Strawberry Streamers has hit rock bottom, but hopefully this year that means that the only way to go for them will be up. Hopefully, unlike last year, they will not stay stationary. We'll just have to see what happens in our next event, which is one I'm definitely looking forward to. The Collision, which is in a different style this year. There's going to be more matches in a round-robin tournament, and that will definitely be coming soon. So if you found this video fun to watch, you would like to see more of the Algolympics, please subscribe. The next event, again, is Collision and will be coming out within a few days. If you want to see other videos I produce, other marble racing, Candy Crush videos, once again, subscribe. Leave a comment below rooting on your favorite team, letting me know what you think of this event, or trying to make a prediction on who will win the entire games. I love reading your comments, and as always, thanks so much for watching.